is coming my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. Bad luck's always coming my way.
For today's adventure, we're taking you inside the Angeles Rosedale Cemetery here in Los Angeles, California. Right now, I'm standing in the mausoleum that's towards the back of the cemetery. This mausoleum houses the final resting place, the remains, the ashes of movie director Tod Browning, responsible for directing such movies as Dracula starring Bela Lugosi and a very controversial film that I absolutely love, Freaks.
We'll make her one of us, a loving cup, a loving cup. We accept her one of us, we accept her one of us. Gooba gobble, gooba gobble. We accept her, we accept her. Gooba gobble, gooba gobble. One of us, one of us. Gooba gobble.
Tod Browning's ashes are kept over here in the Eternal Light section, towards the back of the mausoleum. It's very dark in here. The story of Tod Browning definitely is a strange one. It is very peaceful and very lovely inside this mausoleum. Right now, we're in the Eternal Light section. And on the left-hand side, that's where you'll find the ashes, the final resting place of director Tod Browning. He died October 6, 1962 at the age of 82. So peaceful. I love how this wall kind of looks like an apothecary cabinet, something old and antique. But right there, this little square, Tod Browning, 1880 to 1962. The guy who directed Bela Lugosi and Dracula. How beautiful is that? The story of Tod Browning is a very strange tale indeed. You may not know his name, but you definitely know his movie, Dracula, where he directed Bela Lugosi, but he also did a movie that came out called Freaks. If you haven't seen that one, you should. At the time that Tod Browning was making movies, everybody in Hollywood called him the master of the macabre, which is funny because he didn't really do horror films. After his success with Dracula, the studio said, okay, we need you to pull something out of your hat and create something that is going to outshine Frankenstein. Pulling on his past, because at age 16, Tod Browning ran away from home and joined the circus and all kinds of other different sideshow acts, he created this movie called Freaks. And in the movie, he actually used real-life sideshow freaks. It was such a controversial film that it was banned for over 30 years in the United States. It was cut heavily, and it pretty much destroyed his career. Crazy. Now before we go outside and explore the rest of the cemetery, you have to get a look at the rest of this mausoleum. It's small, it's quaint, but it's beautiful. In a way, I feel like I'm standing in an old library filled with antique books. And in a way, I guess I am. You know, all these people have had lives and each one of them has a different story. And this is where the book ends up. I really love how small and intimate this place feels.
I especially love the sections like this because it has like pictures of the persons and with their ashes, and I'm a visual person, so seeing pictures of people, whether it's on their tombstones or in a display like this, makes me feel like I know them a little bit, and you kind of just share in their life experiences, or at least say hello to, you know, I keep calling her grandma. She grandma.
Now before we roam around the rest of the cemetery, here's a look at the outside of the mausoleum that houses the remains of Tod Browning. Has a very Egyptian feel to it, doesn't it? Typically I don't get excited about pyramid mausoleums, but this is the first time that I've ever seen a black one. And the names on it, the design, it's absolutely beautiful. And we get a closer look at it. Look at this. Louis E. and Emma A. Grigsby. Look at this door. This is intense. You know I had to look inside. Wow. You know, because of Interview with the Vampire, every time I see a statue like this, I always find myself wishing that their eyes would open up. This stone right here, I love ones like this. This is one of those stones that just looking at it, you can just feel emotion. You can feel sadness and mourn and loss. And at the same exact time, you can feel the beauty of it. Right now we've activated what we call Cemetery Safari. We were doing some last minute research to see if there was anybody else famous buried here, and it turns out that Rasputin's daughter, the Rasputin, his daughter is buried here as well. So we have an idea. Cemetery Safari begins now. Jessica's already got a little bit up on me. She's way over there. Right here in the center of your screen, you're going to see two giant Celtic crosses in a photo that we found online of her stone. You can see that in the background. So whoever finds it first. We know her name is Maria Rasputin, and on her stone, I think that's pretty much all it says. Maybe some dates. I think this is the right area. That's the cross. And then right here, you can see it. You can see that in the photo as well. So Jessica found it before me. See, it's no fair. I was talking on camera and introducing everybody, and you had a little leg up, so to speak. But right here, let me turn around so we can see it. There we go. Maria Rasputin, 1899 to 1977. Some dried flowers there as well.
I don't know much about her, aside from the assumption that she must have led a very interesting life, you know, and looking up any details, mostly just what people say is that she wrote a few memoirs about her father and his murder.
It's pretty wild, right? Again, never knowing what's in your own backyard. We just found out about this. With that being said, thank you for joining us on another adventure. And until next time, as always, happy Halloween.
Wherever I come, bad luck just comes my way. Wherever I go, hard luck is there to stay. Good luck never stays a day. A bad luck's always coming my way.